Details tonight about a near-deadly close call as police hunted for the Portapic gunman 2 years ago. The mass casualty inquiry heard first-hand accounts of the terror when a pair of Mounties mistakenly shot up a fire hall being used as a comfort center during the tragedy. CTV's Heidi Petracek is covering the inquiry, and we want to warn our viewers that they may find some of the details in Heidi's reporting disturbing.
I assumed that I was going to die that day.
What happened in mere moments has forever changed those who were at the Onslow Belmont Fire Hall the day RCMP officers searching for a killer opened fire on the wrong man.
And everything was just chaos. It's just tables flying everywhere and trying to hide behind them.
Around 10 a.m. Sunday, April 19th, 2020, there were 3 people inside the hall, the fire brigade's chief and deputy chief, along with a Portapic evacuee, Richard Ellison. An RCMP officer was stationed in his cruiser outside, and the local EMO coordinator was standing next to that vehicle wearing a safety vest. Security video captures the moment 2 RCMP constables in an unmarked car drive by. They stop, get out, and start shooting. EMO coordinator David Westlake flees inside. The officer at the hall makes a frantic radio call.
Who are you shooting at?
The RCMP constables fired 5 rounds from their carbines, telling investigators later they believed the EMO coordinator was the killer. Constable Terry Brown later recalling he yelled at Westlake to show his hands, firing when he ducked.
Somewhere in the first minute or so, somebody was banging on our side door in the area where we were. It would be on the east side of the building.
Inside the hall, they thought it was the killer.
That few minutes or a few seconds, they were the worst seconds of my life.
By this time, officers realized what had happened, one checking the building's perimeter. But today's witnesses say they left without explaining anything. Ellison, his son Corey, gunned down the night before by the killer, faced with the reality of what could have happened.
If they had hit one of us, it would have been the end of us, big time.
They made a mistake.
For the chief and deputy chief, there are still questions.
No other witness statements make any reference to Terry Brown yelling, "Police, show me your hands."
The RCMP union standing by the officers.
The distance, it may have been different from Mr. Westlake's interpretation of those words, but they did hear something. They reacted.
Still, a question participants' lawyers hope would be answered if the officers involved also take the stand.